I'm so struck by choice. Um, and the uh, the experience I think I own, at least part of what you're referring to is in terms of the turmoil in the world right now, is the Charlie Kirk thing. Uh, to me, the experience of that has been one of beginning to see this explosion of the idea that we really need to hear, to listen and hear each other. We don't do anything else but that. And that person can walk away feeling heard, truly feeling heard. I think the healing begins to happen by itself. And I'd like to think that Charlie's passing is truly that unifying element of energy where he might not be here physically, but his ideas will live forever. Okay, we are on, I believe it's page 21, starting with the second full paragraph. But I think it's real appropriate to go back and have that read. If there's a need for a comment, we certainly will take one. But Mark, would you be okay with just reading that first section? I guess maybe all the way through to where it starts with living in the truth on the next page. And for those of you that may be on Kindle, this is chapter 2, the relationship issue, beyond duality. And I'm not sure Mark has heard me. There he is. But he needs to take it off of mute.
We do. We're doing good. Okay. Uh, the relationship issue beyond duality. Daughter and son of my divine being, where would we begin this path towards the fully conscious, present realization of the love that you are, if not through relationship? As we have said through these revelations, relationship is everything, because that which we call the all of all, the source of creation, is relationship. Therefore, so is life. What else can a life lived from what you truly are mean, but that you embrace all things in love? We will not speak in these writings about the opposite of true identity. When you have come this far, you no longer need to understand things through the contrast of opposites. Your mind has transcended the duality of time. Now it focuses on what is, without seeking for comparisons, because you know that the love that truly constitutes the being of everything has no opposite. The relationships you call quote unquote human are the same as those you have with everything else. Everyone relates to everything in only one possible way, as an expression of your identity. You cannot love one part of creation, leaving another part from the grace of your being. If that were possible, it would mean that love is fractionable and therefore limited. That makes no sense. Love is. Love is. It makes no distinctions of any kind. We discuss here this ancient memory which dwells in all souls, because this will be the unique way of loving that you express as the holy daughter or son of the truth you are. You need not focus your attention on how to change your relationships or what form they may take. Focusing on that level only delays the expression of your true self. What is needed for your earthly life is to aspire to be the living expression of the divine love you are, the divine love that you are. The mind will cease to wonder how this happens, since it will find the wisdom of heaven and abide in an unceasing peace. One more, Frank?
No, let's hold on here, Mark. Thank you. Well read. The only comment I'll make and then leave it open to the group here is on that last paragraph. You need not focus your attention on how to change your relationships or what form they may take. You know, the tendency for me when I hear the word relationship is somebody out there. And we have a relationship with everything, but the truth is it occurs in here always. And so that sacredness of that pause, that the more we can recognize those moments and feel those moments of separation and just pause and be with that part of us, and then just trust after that. Any other thoughts out there? And by the way, I'm not sure I can see all of them. Maybe I need to change my view. Otherwise, I'll be missing somebody raising a hand here. There we go. Okay, I don't see any hands. So what I'd like to do is have Dominique read until it just feels right.
Thank you, Frank. I love what you say. It's very appropriate for me to carry in my suitcase. Thank you. Living in the truth for you who receive the gift of this message means that you are becoming aware of being honest in every moment with what you feel, experience, think, and observe. It also means that you are open to what spirit of wisdom show. And you welcome it with love and serenity. And once a sweet voice is known in your heart, you follow it without delay or interpretation. This is the same as saying that to live as a love-made humanity that you are means that you are able to take the virtue of honesty to the heights of heaven, so that remaining united to love becomes the path itself, the star that guides the step of the new humanity. Shall I stop here? I don't hear you. You hear him?
Maybe I should leave mine on. I don't know, but
no.
a couple more, please.
One more, you said? Okay.
Two.
Two more. Perhaps you have wondered, what are the women, men, boys, or little girls, the new human who are beginning to walk the earth in increasing number? This is an important question. They are human like you. There are no difference in form or essence with any other man or woman that you have known or who has walked earth at any other time. I said neither in form or essence. I will clarify. And I'm very blessed to read this. It's like I just talk about my suitcase, and I just get to me right here, right now. It's like, I'm going to France. I'm going to face the most magnificent children on the planet Earth. They are my grand nephew and nieces. They are nothing but supreme beauty in every way. And I realize right here, right now, this is my journey. Is not to live in the past with their grandparents or parents. It's these children. And I'm so happy because I want them to see that it's so much bigger than everything you have been told or you believe, or this is like living in the now with absolutely oneness, with presence of trust in the future and trust in the joy and in the beauty of the children. And that make me feel absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominique. And by the way, isn't it wonderful how well and how felt our readings are becoming by everybody nowadays? Just a great start. Dominique, if you take the idea, and this is to all of you, of course, of that living in the moment that matches that song. But when something happens that we react, and I'm thinking specifically of these children, Dominique, and they get to witness us. They don't have to know anything other than witnessing us going inside and finding that place. And they have been taught. And they got their own guide to work with the rest of that. But I love this. So those moments, those miracle moments in relationship with what you feel, experience, think, and observe. And I'm hearing all of us describing those exact sequences. So thank you all. Any thoughts out there in the hemisphere? And I'll give that a chance to settle, so I give people a chance.
Frank, I have my hand up.
Ah, there you go. Okay, thank you, Iona.
Yeah, I was just reading that very first part that Dominique read about living in the truth for you who receive these messages means that you are becoming aware of being honest in every moment with what you feel, experience, think, and observe. And I feel like this time now is really calling, inviting us into that, and not only inviting us ourselves to be honest about all of this, but also being in a place where we can receive that honesty from others with an open heart, whether we agree with it or not. Just this ability to receive and hear, like you were talking about earlier. It's just so perfect what we're talking about, what's happening in the world and what's in this book, just so kind of converge for all of us. But that receiving of that that expression is that's really the relationship. But it's like we're taking it even deeper, to a deeper level of hearing what's really being said, not what's being said on the surface, but what's really being served. And that's not just the words, it's beyond the words. Thank you.
Thank you, Iona. That's perfect. I mean, I'm just thinking like many times. How many times have each of us in our lives had a moment, and I'll just say from somebody external for right now, who was really in a heartfelt, difficult place. And we felt that energy and felt the need to join with them and just listen to their heart. And then the next thought is how did we feel and how did they feel walking away from that moment? Feeling like and knowing they were truly heard. That's what heals this planet, in my opinion. And Christina, I have to get up where I can see it with my eyeballs here. You're muted, Christina.
I went the other way. I was trying to lower the hand.
There-
Um,
Oh,
I was just wanting to comment with what Iona had spoken of going beyond the surface in what we are receiving and feeling. And I think that is the shift of energy brought on by the spiritual connection within us, that it becomes part of our being. And
mhm.
it is our being, not part of it. It's the wholeness. And I just wanted to say after last week, because this has been on my mind all week, I felt like I was glowing in the dark after that meditation of light energy. And I kept thinking, am I glowing? Can they see me? Anyway, that's my comment for today so far.
I think it's pretty safe to say you were glowing, by the way. Yeah, it's so nice to feel that from everybody. Any other thoughts? Yes, we do, Chris.
Hi, it's good to be here. I like going deeper within. I practice a type of meditation called Anapana, where in the practice of awareness, right effort, right concentration, I'm really concentrating my breath on this area where I feel the in breath and the out breath, which really makes my concentration really sharp and really concentrated. And then I could go deeper with the latter half called Vipassana meditation or self-observation, where I'm taking that disciplined concentration and concentrating and observing all the sensations deep within me and allowing it just to be as it is without reacting, what the practice calls equanimity, without reacting, and with a balanced mind, and really go deep into the layers of the mind. And there's when I do that, what happens is stillness develops, where the mind becomes really crystal still. But it wouldn't happen if I focus on the conscious layer of the mind, because within, deep in the subconscious, there are what they call sanskaras, or that could erupt any time, like a volcano, he calls it. So that's what what is being shared is pointed to. But I come from a Buddhist type of tradition. I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. It doesn't matter what path come from. It's the felt relationship we end with that we all share. Yeah. Uh, unless there's another hand up, and I don't see one. Hugh, I have to say, it strikes me as I listen to the Friday groups in your voice. How neat it is to actually see the face that comes with it. And I think going back and repeating some of this would be appropriate. Plus, move on to um, maybe the remainder. But would you be okay with going back to perhaps you have wondered about this new humanity? It's on page 21 towards the bottom. And just read all the way through the end.
So I read that.
Yes, please.
Perhaps you have wondered, what are the women, men, boys, or girls like, the new humans who are beginning to walk the earth in increasing numbers? This is an important question. They're human like you. There are no differences in form or essence with any other man or woman that you have known, or who has walked the earth at any other time. I said, neither in form or essence. I will clarify. Perfect human expressions of love have always existed. In a certain phase of universal consciousness, that reality was not fully manifested. But the seed of holy love was there in every human mind and heart. Now that seed has germinated. The green shoots are beginning to appear. These will develop and continue to grow more every day until the leafy tree of holy humanity is redeemed, reunited in love, restored in truth, magnificent in all its splendor. Love made humanity is the convergence of the divine will for you. Its disposition cannot be different for some than for others. For the union of form and divinity is the ultimate goal of all creation, both for the whole and the part. Naturally, this includes everything, all things, all creatures, all laws. Truly, as the spirit of wisdom, I tell you that the universe has entered an era in which its members are ready to begin to shine with a new light, that of divine love, expressed without limit or distortion.
Frank, you're muted.
Thank you, Hugh. Uh, uh, this is a time we're beginning to share with all of our readings. And I say that word share with a couple of underlines because I think more and more we each individually and collectively are having the experience of sharing and the knowing that we're sharing it with each other and those that are carrying in the Christ mind right now. And that's felt. Any thoughts? There was a lot of good stuff in there. Iona, while we're waiting for that, is it suggested that I just leave my mic open, or do I need to just get better at being in and out of it?
You don't have any background noise, Frank, so you can leave your
Okay.
mic open.
Thank you. Where did this touch you? Iona.
Again, I think here he's coming back to this idea of the time we are living in is now right for all of this. I think I used this word earlier, to converge. And while the seed of holy love was always there in essence, it was always there, and we sensed that, right? Otherwise, we perhaps wouldn't have all be sitting here all our lives kind of coming to this point. But now that seed has germinated and the green shoots are beginning to appear. And that's what we're seeing all around us. Like now is that time. I think it just always, I have so much awe about the timing of all of this and how perfect it is in this moment to be talking about this right now. Now we're stepping into this world that we have been preparing for quite some time. At least many of us have, I know. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Iona. I wonder if anybody else has been having this experience too. It's, when you connect to someone, you can tell, you can feel it, even if it's a brief encounter with a checker at a grocery store or something. But there's a difference that I'm experiencing now that's a little disconcerting at first because uh, I don't know. I guess I'm in that space, that energetic space. And there's a more energetic return, almost a need for them to let you know that they felt you and to say, have a great day. And that's just an acceleration, if you will, of what I've been experiencing lately, and certainly not something that's been consciously tracked. Bonnie, I do believe I see your hand up partially there anyway.
Hi, I just a brief comment where Christina, I wasn't here last week, and I tell you that the universe has entered an era in which its members are ready to begin to shine with a new light, that of divine love. So I make up that, of course, that must have been what you experienced, and what grace. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Bonnie. Anyone else there? Okay. Ah, yes, I don't see your hand, but I see Christina's real hand up there.
I couldn't get the little thing. So I just that reading, thank you, Bonnie, for acknowledging that. It was very powerful for me. The energy, I was on a different frequency, and I can get there, and it's miraculous, shall we say, the change of perspective. But I just wanted to say in the beginning of that reading, it started with the parents and educating the children, the new and coming. And I commented specifically to Dominique that it was so relatable to her talk of going to France to be with these grand nephews and nieces. And it, it so frequently happens in our meetings, I think, that it coincides with what messages we're bringing in as we gather. And I don't know if it's the energy of the gathering or the oneness of the spirit, but they come to light. And I'm sure each one of us has had our own experience in a meeting where something just somewhere in that reading is just where you were considering, and it's being shown. And I think the gathering and the higher frequency brings this to light, and we are able to receive it so openly and then take it out and shine forth. So I just think this is an awesome, awesome experience. I don't know why my voice is shaky, but that's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Chris, I see your hand up there.
For those who know A Course in Miracles, there's a lesson that says God goes with us wherever we go. And it says, within us is everything that is perfect, radiating through us out into the world. It heals all pain and sorrow and loss because it heals the mind that thought these things were real and suffered out of its allegiance to it. And because of all the mind training and the practice of identifying with love, we radiate that love outward, healing. So really, we need do nothing other than being in that nothingness of the mind, the stillness. And that's what heals. So it's nice that we could have that state of mind, and since we're working at the level of a cause, the effect must follow the world. I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. You know, I don't want to put you on the spot, Africa, but I just watched your reaction to what Christina was saying. Something touched your heart. Can you get in touch with that and be willing to share that?
Thank you, Frank. Well, I think I'm grateful to be here, and I'm growing every time that I join the group and all the other classes. And it's it's knowing and integrating the humanity and the soul. That's like that's been my experience and practicing every day. That is, I'm just in awe of and wonder of the whole beauty we have in front of us, and then our mind just plays games with us. So just grateful to be here. Thank you for letting me listen.
Sure, Africa. I have another thought here for you specifically. If you're willing to read here the next section or part of it. The idea of sitting with the title for a second and letting those words join with you for just a minute or two. And
I would
then
love
read
to,
and
Frank.
uh-huh,
I don't have the book.
great. Oh, shoot.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to hear you.
Next time. I'll have it next time.
Okay.
Thank you,
Chris, do
though.
you have your hand up again, or is that just a leftover? Oh, okay. All right. Let's see.
It was a leftover. I apologize.
I've been known to do that myself. Ruben, uh, guide us through and as much as feels comfortable to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Union with being. You need not change your appearance to be the holy love that you eternally are. It only requires being, always being. In this lies the fundamental matter of this path we walk together. No one can enter into the unparalleled beauty never before experienced of the divine grace given on this path of perfect love, without first reaching this point in which you find yourself. If you are reading these words or receiving them in any way, It is because you have arrived at a state in universal consciousness in which you desire to live life solely and exclusively as God within you. Your idealization of Christ is one of the great difficulties you have had to consciously express yourself as the love you truly are. You believe that the divine could not be degraded or lowered by a human. Indeed, humanity has believed for many years that in my incarnation as Jesus, I lower myself to the human condition out of love. For all my brothers and sisters, I assure you that this belief is as farther from the truth than east from west. One more. My embodiment was not an act of humiliation. It was simply the union of the divine with the human, of the created with its source. It was a manifestation in form of eternal truth. Everything remains united to my love, always. When love meets love, does it degrade? You know that the greatest joy of a loving mother and father is being with their daughters and sons. Isn't that what happens in every holy encounter between you and me? How could it be degrading to join you in each of my beloved creations? I'm complete. Frank, do you want me to make a comment?
I would love to have a comment from you, Ruben, please.
You know, I'm still in La La Land. Thank you to Hav from last week. It was beautiful, Hav. I feel you, Christina, because it was just bringing the spirit to the chakras to earth and keep extending and extending and extending. And that's who we are. That power, that love, that unity. We are, I am, and we are the spirit of wisdom, embracing everything. So, and the spirit speaks to the spirit. That spirit is wisdom, of wisdom is in every cell, in everybody, in every thought. When I go to the store, my cells, that spirit that is in every cell, is in every cell of the cashier, of the people that I see in the store. And it's just the spirit becoming one. They know what I need, and I know what they need. It is a totally different communication without words. It's just a complete feeling. And wherever we go, that's the way we speak. And not only in human beings, air, fire, plants. It is a total communication, one from one to one. No more dreams, no more separation. And thank you, thank you, thank you for this space. I'm still in that space. Half. Thank you from the core of my being, from spirit to spirit. I'm complete, Frank. Thank you.
Huh. Ruben, I can't tell you how many times I just have this experience of feeling your communication. The feltness of your communication is speaks far louder than the words themselves, at least for me, anyhow. So thank you for that. You know, this idea that I am, boy, that was kind of esoteric and hard to really define for me anyway for a good while. But it's a present moment experience for me now. And to choose to pause, close my eyes, and sink into the experience of I am this experience. I am this thought. And then right on the heels of that, we are. And I know it's being shared out there with everybody and everything. Any other thoughts floating around in these beautiful minds this morning? Let me pause just a second. You know, Ruben, I just checked off one. I had to put a little check mark in the book to take me back to where I was when I experienced listening to you. Third paragraph down, your idealization of Christ. Boy, can many of us remember praying to something way out there and then something a little closer, something a little closer, and then pretty soon it becomes a real relationship, felt relationship within. That's what's happening to these words when set with, when the invitation for meaning to be received comes. And it, for me, even having moments of dialogue where I can have a thought come through of understanding and share it right back to Jesus or Mary or all of you. Uh, Boy, it's so nice to have this feeling that we are not alone, no matter where we are or what's going on. Just that magical, sacred moment. Okay. I'm double check here because as we move into this final phase, one of the things that we're doing as a kind of a group way of expressing is really letting all of this information settle within, the experience of each other, the information to settle within through a kind of meditative process. And I would like to invite you as we settle into this meditative state to know in that quietness, that feltness, that's being. That's who we are. And we are shared with everything. So Fiona, if you'd add a little neat little touch to that idea, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we wanted to, because this group is such a concentration of beautiful love, to take that, all of this, not just this, but all that we have, and embody it, and then share that energy out into the world. Just use our imaginal realm to really pulsate our feelings of love, gratitude, support out from our heart into the world, to all those who are open and surrendered to receive, for all of those who may not be ready to receive but are wondering or in a state of confusion, whatever that might be, but for our love to pulsate out from who we are into the world, and together that ripple just going out into this world, into this universe, into this cosmos, and allowing that to sink in. And take a few moments, taking a deep breath, breathing in all that we are, all the love that we are, bringing it into our hearts, and then feeling it expanding out into our field of awareness, just pulsating that love. So Frank, that was where we wanted to go. And I did tee up some music for you if you wanted to do that as well.
I would like to add that. Thank you. Trust what you found.
So we can imagine this beautiful water purifying us, running through us, through the cells of our bodies, purifying our being and infusing the water with all the love that we have, and seeing that water flow out through this world. Flowing, touching whatever needs to be touched, whatever needs to be healed. This gentle, powerful water.
Wow, Iona, you did that perfectly timed, perfectly delivered. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Frank, beautiful facilitation. Really inclusive and lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Wow. What we're going to carry into, I've got goosebumps all over my arms right now. What we're going to carry into the world from this today. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Good to see
Thank
everybody.
you all. Blessed
Yeah.
are we.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Great job, Frank.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Super.